Yo, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our very, very spooky jam of the week.
Shit. I like this song.
I do too. Hell yeah, baby.
Oh, this is big 80s hit.
Nepotism in action. This is the child of Motown Records, Berry Gordy.
Is it?
Rockwell.
The nephew of Quincy Jones,
Nephew of Quincy Jones. This is the most Nepo baby song that's ever existed. This motherfucker could have never gotten a hit off the radio, except that
He can't sing a lick.
he cannot sing a lick.
He doesn't even try to.
He's like the guy from like Cameo. He's not even trying, right?
Interesting.
But he got motherfucking Michael Jackson on the
but
chorus.
no one knows that.
But Michael Jackson
Uncredited.
He did
wouldn't
it like,
let him.
I'll do the shit, but don't tell
So
anyone.
there was all this like, conspiracy in the 80s basically of people being like, that's not really Michael. And it is so clearly Michael Jackson when it gets to the chorus. But
that back then people had like the credits on the album you could see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if he was
yeah, you could hear it. You're like, there's no one else that sounds
Well,
like
it's
that.
like Mick Jagger on You're So Vain or stuff where everyone was like, is that Mick Jagger? And
Yeah.
they didn't say it for like a decade, but like,
yeah.
oh yeah, look, if this song just did the part where it said, somebody's watching
I
me,
mean,
that'd be enough of a song.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do anything else.
That's what a powerhouse Michael Jackson was in that time.
And in this fucked up TikTok world we live in, where now like people go to concerts, they only know the one part that's in the TikTok videos.
Yep.
This would be like the biggest song in the fucking world because there's no other song part. It's just that. So
well, and this
just
song
isolate that.
is big on TikTok. I
bet
saw
it
a
is.
lot of like recent comments referencing
Yeah,
it.
I heard some rapper, it's a little Yachty, I think, talking about it. He was like, they only know this part of the song. So
Yeah.
you'll be doing a song for 2 minutes, and then you get to the part, and everyone's like, oh, shit. And then as soon as that's over, you're like, well, I got to do 2 more minutes of this shit. The song's over, and they do not know this song.
I like that that's not on like a Bob Dylan show where it takes 2 minutes for everyone to recognize what song he's
You're like,
singing, and
"Like a
then they go,
Rolling
oh, yeah.
yeah, totally.
Oh, it's a waltz now.
Yeah,
or whatever.
totally. I love his whole Twitter thing. You know about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That he's suddenly now just on Twitter all the time responding to people's restaurant recommendations.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, really?
Hey, thanks for letting me know about this place. We were only in town for a day, so I didn't go. It's like insane. It's like he's just like sending like letters, like pen pals for
he's
no
bored.
reason. Yeah, it's amazing.
I love it. Well, this is, of course, Rockwell's Somebody's Watching Me off an album of the same title from 1984. This song,
There's probably only one song on the album.
God damn, yeah, it's this 12 times.
there's other songs, but no one knows them. And he apparently only made 2 more records and then called it quits because he's fucking Berry Gordy's son and he doesn't have to do anything.
Sure.
Also, speaking of magic, I found out that in 2018 he beat a woman with a chair in the Magic Castle in front of a bunch of people and got arrested.
Damn.
I was like, I wonder what Rockwell's up to. I was like, oh shit, oh no.
When it became invite only.
Rockwell.
Speaking of rowdy magic shows,
Fucking yeah.
Yeah, it's just a common topic.
One of the drunkest places I've ever been.
I've heard that from multiple people. That
Dude.
people just go in there and
It's a
they get
Hollywood
like
legend.
It's
they
a
just
private
get
club.
discombobulated drunk.
It's a haunted house.
Me and Holly are going there next week.
You're gonna love it,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Wear nice clothes.
I know. That's why I just went to a wedding and a funeral, so I've got 2 suits,
perfect.
baby.
Yeah.
Two suits. If it's good enough for a dead person in love, eternal love, then fuck, it's good enough for magic.
Well, it's a private club, and so they don't cut anyone off at the bar. So everyone's
Yeah.
shit faced,
Oh,
and
it's like a country
there's
club
like
or something,
40
yeah.
rooms, and you're just
Yeah.
wandering around getting, and there's like 10 bars in there.
and only one where you'll get your dick sucked.
Yeah.
And that's the trick. That's the escape room of it all.
Well, yeah, this song, 230 million views, 76,480 comments, and I read every goddamn last one of them.
no.
So let us dive down very briefly and check out the best of the comment section of YouTube for Rockwell's Somebody's Watching Me featuring Michael Jackson. First up,
Featuring Rockwell.
featuring Rockwell. Yeah. And definitely not Berry Gordy anyway. Dragon Come to Life 444 9 years ago. Rockwell, please fuck my friend Ellie Gilman.
Hell yeah.
I want to look
bet-
up Ellie Gilman on Facebook.
I wonder if
immediately.
Ellie wrote that or her friend pranking her wrote that.
You'll never guess who I said should fuck you. Rockwell.
The guy who beat up a person with a chair.
Is that a
He
cartoon character?
He clearly needs some love in his life if he's doing stuff like that.
Quandale Dingle from 2 years ago. Daddy's watching me. JK, he left years ago.
Oh,
no.
Unresolved
Oh,
trauma
man.
in the Rockwell comments.
Oh, yeah.
You know when everything reminds you of him? You can't even enjoy like a one-hit wonder.
Someone's watching me, the most nondescript lyric of all time.
He didn't have a second hit. He didn't have a second minor hit.
He had a song on the Last Dragon soundtrack.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's
But
exactly where Rockwell should be on the Last Dragon soundtrack.
Yeah,
That's
comedy
perfect.
movie.
produced by his father.
Stupid. Yeah, that's
Again,
great.
yeah. Pepsi-tainment 3 years ago.
good
I live in a house with 3 women and 4 men. Whenever I
Is it a halfway house?
Big old house. yeah, exactly.
whenever I go in the kitchen to get food, the women seem to show up. I always feel like they watching me, especially when I have beer, cigarettes, and drugs.
That's a halfway house.
That's when I really.
100%.
That's when I really feel like the women watching me. Shit ain't no joke.
Shit ain't no joke. I like they feel you just sew it up with shit ain't no joke at the end.
I really like his username for the content of that.
Pepsi-tainment.
You would never
Pepsi-tainment.
think a guy who writes something like that would come up with like a coherent username.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Coffin Smoke from 5 years ago.
He rocks.
I can only live somewhere a couple days at a time. The pay is great, but killing people for money takes its toll. I can't ever do shit without thinking someone's going to kill me.
Damn.
Oh, man, a
What
hitman.
part of
when you
this
got
song?
the hitman delusions going.
He always feels like someone's watching him through a sniper
Can't
rifle
ever do
scope.
shit.
Yeah.
Thinking someone's gonna kill me.
I bet his family's so sick of him.
Of course.
Mom, I can't stay here another 2 days.
God, killing people. They're chasing me down.
We got another tough guy, Cheesy Del Fox from
course he's
4 years
tough.
ago. I am a person who wishes to live a very quiet life. I take care not to trouble myself with any of my enemies because that would cause me to lose sleep at night. That is how I deal with all
Who
of
has enemies?
I know.
Who the fuck has enemies?
Jesus.
And also that you're just not addressing because that would make you lose sleep at night. I feel like if I had an enemy and
You'd take 'em
I
down.
was ignoring them, I'd be worried they'd be coming for my ass. But anyway, that's how I deal with society, and I know what brings me happiness. Although, if I ever were to fight, I would never lose to anyone.
Yeah. I say that often.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't get into this, but if I did,
If I imagine a fight in my head, I win every time.
that's right.
I could be an architect. I just haven't put in the time.
Totally.
Yeah.
I know what I like. I know what a house looks like. I know what a punch being thrown looks like.
Luana Sampson 1 year ago, smoking crack and playing this shit. So whoever's in the hallway right now, they're going to know I know they're there right now.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
You don't
So-
have to be
okay.
paranoid
All
if you
right.
admit to smoking crack.
Yeah,
But it
exactly.
helps.
You don't have to hide it.
Yeah.
At that part at least.
Yeah, exactly.
The Warrior of Heaven 2 years ago.
Sure.
This is my freaking jam right now, being stalked and tormented by not one, but 2 ex-wives.
I love that's a bragging point.
Hell yeah, bro.
All
the
these
warrior.
hoes that I've contractually married.
This
and
line
spent a
of
lot time
hose that
divorcing
extends
and-
out my door.
Yeah.
Just hectoring me at all times. Northern Star 2 years ago. I feel this every day. It's almost like, what the fuck? My neighbors are watching everything we do. Why does someone want to be watching me for? Must be so good, be perfect like them.
He's a sex offender without. He's like, why are they wondering what I'm doing? Because you're a registered sex offender, and everyone can find that out on the internet.
He says, I want to be like that. I also want to be good parents like them as well. Like how you yell at your kids and belittle them, take out all your frustration on everyone else but yourselves. Their cat went missing the other day. Like I haven't had all the time in the world to steal someone's cat. So
Wow.
like his neighbors
That's
are
it.
like, this guy is sketchy, and now they're like, okay, what did you do to fucking Tinkles?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I love his sarcasm turns into direct threats of past experiences.
Well, speaking of threatening, Dave in North York 10 years ago.
North York.
I think that's Canada.
Yeah, okay.
I do not know if one of my favorite women in the world, former Denver Broncos cheerleader Amanda Laughlin, is familiar with this song or not, considering she was born 6 months after the song was on the hit parade back in March of 1984.
Oh, no.
This guy's
This
a
is
fucking
bad
murderer.
news. This is
Murderer,
bad news
fucking
right
stalking
now.
murderer, pervert.
But
Is North York part of Colorado?
that's in Canada, I think.
okay.
Yeah. But if Amanda Laughlin is not familiar with the song, I will just let her know that I have this video in my songs from 1984 videos, parentheses, a homage to Amanda Laughlin playlist on my YouTube channel.
Who is a Broncos cheerleader?
She's just a cheerleader for the Denver Broncos. Who even knows their names?
Seriously,
let alone is full on stalking
no
them.
shit.
This guy, yeah. And yes, this is your quote-unquote perpetual Canadian admirer, David Hood here, Amanda. Maybe I will share this comment with quote-unquote our good friend Scott Bleak, Amanda.
Oh, no.
This is terrifying.
And he drops names.
I like that's a good rebrand of stalking.
Yeah.
Your perpetual admirer.
Yeah. Won't stop.
Our
can't
mutual
stop.
friend, Amanda, you fucking whore.
We know the same people. We know the same people.
I've met a guy you met, bitch. Okay.
This one, I just fully believe this person has imagined this for horny reasons. Janissary 3 years ago. I watched a different music video of this song on MTV. A family goes to picnic with RV on a night with full moon. Teenage girl take moon bath with bikini while a passerby spies on her, and then it turned out family is vampire. I can't find it though. I was like, you had this dream in 1984.
You saw Thriller and then had like a nightmare.
Totally.
Yeah, and woke up with this.
Oh my
and
God, that
somehow-
rolls. Can't find it.
Can't
you
find
made
it.
that shit up, buddy. I can't imagine that's real.
And finally, and this is just a great one to go out for Halloween, JTCR 9 months ago. When I got married, I got an apartment with my wife. We split up and left, and she left, but I stayed. I stayed in that apartment, and I started using meth again. Anyway, I keep getting this fucked up, strange feeling that someone was watching me or something. It felt weird.
Wow, can you believe the crackhead and the meth head are
Jesus.
worried?
Well-
There's this thing. I call it paranoia.
Well,
Some people have it.
You guys are. He says people told me it was just meth psychosis messing with my head, and normally I would have agreed.
Oh, yeah, thanks for telling
Normally,
me.
when not on meth.
Thanks.
I would have agreed.
I didn't realize. Thank you for telling me. It is meth psychosis.
But one night, I heard what sounded like someone rubbing up against the inside of one of my walls. I just started hitting and breaking open the drywall with my fist, and the landlord was there in a small room he built with monitors, spying on me. I started to kill him, but I stopped before, grabbed my essential shit, and left. This song reminded me of that.
He didn't call the police. He didn't do anything to fix this in the wall situation.
No, you kill a man.
Yeah, you
but
almost
then you
kill a man
stop.
and then you got to go.
You got to stop killing him.
Skip town.
I like just the phrase "I started to kill him" as opposed to "I was about to kill him."
I do like I started.
I started the process of finding the cheerleader from the Denver Broncos.
Started the fucking.
Oh, that is Rockwell featuring MJ from 1984. Motherfucking somebody's watching me. Our jam of the week.
I like how in his theory, his landlord doesn't have new technology like a computer.
Yeah,
he can see all the
monitors.
screens. He has to have a
1988.
series of monitors.
Well, that just means he's been at it for years, man.
Yeah.
You know?
He can't afford the new equipment.